Welcome back. It's 7:15 on a beautiful Tuesday morning out there. Take a look at that. It is 25 degrees, so it is chilly. Grab a coat. Jen will have your full forecast in just a bit. You know, chronic stress and overcommitment to work have been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, even mortality. People are dying because of this. So how do you know if you are working yourself to death? Don Strankowski from Ascend Career and Life Strategies is here to answer some of those questions. And
Good morning.
Good morning. You work with people all the time who are looking for new jobs, and sometimes it might be because they feel like they worked too hard at their existing job. So I'm sure you hear about this all the time.
That's one of the main reasons people come to us for assistance. They're in a position and they're starting to experience some stress and things of that nature. And frankly, nobody works longer hours or harder than Americans do in the industrialized world. We work longer hours, we take less vacation, we retire at a later age, all in the name of productivity, which is actually a 60% over the last 20 years. But wages have remained somewhat stable or even a little bit stagnant, which means really people are working and doing more for less. And there are some things we can do to kind of mitigate it because it can lead to job stress, and I think we've all been there.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's just so hard to turn things off because we've got smartphones and our computers at home, and we're always connected all the time. Why do people do this in the first place?
Well, there's a lot of demands at work. Almost 40% of us do work more than 40 hours per week, and according to a recent survey, about 80% actually feel bad about taking vacation time or calling in sick. So a lot of people go to work sick. But once again, stress is the #1 cause of some serious health problems. But there are some early warning signs.
So you can see this happening.
You can see it happening. And it's kind of interesting because our body can adapt. We can put in the longer hours, go for the grind, but pretty soon we usually crash and fall off the table, so to speak. And #1 is kind of an inability to focus. You've got 7 windows open on your computer. You've got 5 projects spread on your desk.
7 windows. That's a slow day, Don. I've got like 30.
and you don't know what you should be working on. Just kind of a general lack of motivation, a lack of interest, lack of passion. If this is prolonged, these are some early warning signs which can lead to some of the things you mentioned in the intro about heart disease, diabetes, maybe even a stroke.
It's scary stuff. So okay, let's say we are working really hard. We realize that it's starting to affect us and affect our family. What can you do? I mean, you've got a boss who's saying this has got to be done.
You've got a boss saying this needs to be done, but maybe your supervisor doesn't really have a handle on how much work you're actually putting in because they're monitoring other people and supervising other people too. So #1 is really assess your options. Talk it over with your supervisor. Be very, very candid and straightforward as to the amount of work and time that you are putting in. #2, and you'll feel great about this, put together a plan. So whether it's looking outside the organization or making a plan for a change within the organization, at least make a plan. You'll feel fantastic that you're doing something. Exercise is key. Get out, run, get up a little bit earlier, do it at night, but over the lunch hour, but make time to work your body and really assess your passions. It's always fun to think about what would that ideal position be, what would that dream job be, and you know what? Maybe you can take that first step. Maybe you're closer than you think, but your health is your #1 concern. Don't compromise that.
You know, they say the grass is always greener, but sometimes the grass is greener on the other side of the
Sometimes it is. It all depends. It all depends.
All right, Don, thank you so much.
You, Kurt.
Great to talk about this. It's an important topic. So many of us putting in a lot of hours at work, and you got to make sure it's the right work-life balance. Jen, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm not good at that balance. Not good. I got to follow some of Don's advice, guys.